Hello everyone, my name is Cameron. Welcome back to your regularly scheduled nonsense, where today we are back with another episode of my Platinum Journey. This is going to be trophies 151 to 175. If you've missed any of the previous videos, they are in a playlist going over all of them from the first 100 to now, at this point, the next 25. I did originally do this as 50 a piece, and then I changed it when I got over 100 to 25 a piece. It gives me a little bit more time to talk about every platinum and everything like that. And plus the first 50, and I think the second 50, I think the first 50 was split into two parts, so I could talk about both of them a little bit longer. The second 50 I rushed through, but with doing 25 a piece, it's giving me a lot more time to discuss games and talk about them. I will specify there is one auto-popped game on this list, which is now quote-unquote my fastest platinum. I didn't intend for the whole game to auto-pop. I assumed like 2 or 3 trophies would have to be redone to finish it. Unfortunately, all of them did pop, and I got the platinum in like 5.5 minutes, which sucks, but there's nothing I can really do. I think there's a way, possibly, I'm not 100% sure. I feel like there's a way to turn auto popping off, but I don't remember. I'll have to look at it later to see. Maybe it's in the trophies section. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. If there is a way to do it, I don't know how to do it, and I'll have to look to find out, because it would be nice to not have that happen. Personally speaking, I didn't, like I said, I didn't intend for it to fully auto pop. I assumed that it would auto pop some of the trophies, and then the rest of them would have to be done. Like a few of them would have to be done, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that when we get to that. So, sorry, I'm just looking for a game really quick. Alright, now that that's done, I'm just deleting a game from the cloud save storage because I'm never going to play it again and don't want it taking up my fucking space. Let's start with number 151, Pacific Drive. I got this June 10th, 2024. It took me 3 months and 2 weeks. You guys actually saw me get the entirety of this platinum on the channel while I was doing my playthrough of Pacific Drive, or close to 100% of it. I think maybe there was 1 or 2 trophies that I did off camera. Just stuff that was grindy and I didn't want to really do on the channel. Really fun game. I had a lot of fun with this one. It really was a much different experience than a lot of the survival games I've played in the last couple of years. And I had a lot of fun playing it, and I would love to go back to it. They haven't released any DLC for it that like adds more trophies, but they have released a couple of cosmetic updates, as far as I know. But I did say at the end of that I would absolutely not be opposed to going back to this game and playing more of it if they do add content expansions. But yeah, so far everything I can see for add-ons is literally just cosmetics, which is fine. I'm not upset about that. And they've done a couple free DLCs that were also, or free updates that have also just added cosmetic things, but that's fine. I'm not really that upset about that. I think that's perfect. The game had a great story, and if they don't make more content for it story-wise, that's fine. I think the story itself was perfect. It finished perfectly fine. Also, if you guys are wondering why I'm sitting here rather than like the normal spot when I do these videos, unfortunately my bookshelf broke. So the backdrop that used to be to the left of me for these types of videos, unfortunately is no longer there. And right now I don't have anything to really block all the storage stuff that's in that closet, so I just decided to do it here instead. Give me one. Alright, that's a little bit better now that I don't have to hold my phone in a very awkward position. While I could do it for a shorter video, this video will probably be kind of long, and it makes it a little bit easier. Number 152, we have Scare Ritual. I got this also on June 10th, 2024. It took me 3 weeks and 2 days. Excuse me. I do not have the 100% in this. I did, and then some DLCs came out, and unfortunately that took away my 100% on it. There's pages that are sticking. on my notebook. That's annoying. I did also realize that there is a 100% that I got recently that needs to be talked about as well, so I'll talk about that in a second. This game is really fun. It's kind of a Call of Duty Zombies-esque horde shooting game. Very, very fun. Got me very hyped up for Black Ops 6, which I've been playing a lot with my friends recently, which is why this video is taking so long, is because I haven't been getting a lot of platinums lately. I say that knowing I've gotten 4 this month already, and I mean, we're at the end of the month, so that's not a lot for me, considering one of these months I went a little crazy for a couple months there with platinums. But yeah, a lot of fun. Got to play it with my friends, which is always a nice thing for me. I love playing video games with my friends and getting to experience those games together. And Sker Ritual was a lot of fun. I actually have made of Scare, however you say it. I do plan on playing it at some point. I just don't have the time right now. I have a lot of other games that are on the backlog. I have a lot of games that have to be grinded, including Black Ops 6 and including Black Ops 6 and Fortnite and a couple other games for just kind of basic trophy hunting stuff that take a while. But yeah, I highly recommend this game. It's getting more updates, getting more maps, getting more guns, and getting a lot of really cool cosmetics. So if you're into the Call of Duty Zombies sort of gameplay from like Black Ops 3 and 2 and 1 and stuff like that, I highly recommend this game. The 100% I got was the Playroom. This is the 13th non-platinum 100% I've gotten on PlayStation. It got the Playroom October 18th, 2024. It took me 8 years and 9 months. This is another one of those games that I played a little bit when I first got my PS4 and then stopped playing for a very long time. And you guys will understand why the Playroom is on here in a minute once I get towards October. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to go through and play it, and 100% the Playroom. It's kind of the same thing as Astro's Playroom on PS5. It's just a free game to show off the hardware and kind of bring you into the experience, so to speak. Sorry, I had to grab a drink really quick. I'm still recovering from a cold, so my throat is itchy as hell. But yeah, highly recommend. Again, it's free. You have no reason not to play it. You do have to have a PS4, though. You cannot download it on PS5. It does require having a PS4. So if you've either sold your PS4 or you've put your PS4 away to play this game, you would have to get the PS4 out. As far as I can tell, at least. It doesn't look like it's allowed me to download it on my PS4 or on my PS5. And that is because it does use the PlayStation camera, but there's an adapter for that, so who knows. Also, I found out I have that adapter because I got my PSVR after the PS5 was released. My adapter, or my PSVR came with the adapter. Didn't realize that. Only found that out recently, which is great because tomorrow is like the last day that you could get it. Alright, continuing. Number 153. We have Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I got this on the PS5. Did not play the PS4 edition. I thought about it, but I realized if I'm going to play it, I might as well just play it on the better hardware. So I played the PS5 edition. I got this June 15th, 2024. It took me 1 week and 2 hours. I literally played this game pretty much nonstop for that whole week. It was really the only game I played for a bit. I was still doing content too. Like, I was still doing YouTube stuff, and I think I talked about it when I was doing Rise of the Ronin back around this time. I was talking about the fact that I was playing this game, and yeah, I finished it extremely quick, had a blast with it. I still haven't touched Survivor, mostly just because I haven't had time. I'm trying to not do too many long games right now, because I've done a lot of RPGs this year, and kind of slowing that down and backing up and doing smaller things has been kind of really fun recently. So I am trying my best to not overwhelm myself with too many long games right now. Come here, Aphrodite. Number 154, we have Bridge Constructor Portal. I got this one June 21st, 2024. It took me 2 weeks and 5 days. I was doing this around the same time I was doing Jedi Fallen Order, and I hated this game. I genuinely did. I loved playing it for a while, and then it got to a point where I was getting to further, like, later levels, and I was just having to look up guides more and more, and it was frustrating, because basically there was like picture guides on the PSN Profiles guide for this game, and I was using those guides as best as I could, but even then it didn't always work properly. Like I couldn't completely make it the way it should have been made, or I overextended a road or something. So eventually I did get this, but it was such an annoying pain in the ass to do. And then obviously you have to transition so many times through certain portals and so many other things, and it just genuinely annoyed me to get the end of this platinum. But I did get it done. I would not recommend this game, though. It is not 100% fun throughout. Like, there's a lot of really fun stuff for it, and it's the most recent thing we've gotten Portal related. So that was the big reason I played it, was because I'm a huge Portal fan and wanted something new to play. But I do not recommend this game to anyone unless you really, really want to suffer for a little bit, because it does add a little suffering. Next, 155, we have Evil West, the PS5 version. I got this June 25th, 2024. It took me 5 months and 2 weeks. I stopped playing this game, basically, is why it took 5 months. I probably could have gotten this out in like a week or 2 weeks, because I basically spent like a week and a half just playing this game when I was going for the platinum. Originally, Alex, my buddy, I've talked about him a few times, he's the one who got me the suggestion of doing the 10 favorite and least favorite platinums of the year. Alex and I were playing this together. We played it right when it came out on PS Plus, and I was like, this is kind of fun. You know, it's got a certain aspect of fun to it. You know, Old West, vampire horde shooter type shit. And that was fun for a couple of hours. I think we got like 8 or 9 missions in, and there's only like 15 or 16 missions in this game. It's not super long. They go pretty quick. And we were probably like, I don't know, maybe halfway through the game, and we stopped playing it because we had to go to bed. And then we just never played it again, for good reason. It just wasn't very fun to play, all things considered. So then I said, you know what? I want to go back and do this platinum. I want to do this platinum. Not because I thought the game was fun, but mostly because I just wanted to get it done and see what the ending of the game was like and everything like that. So I went through the whole story, got that all done, had to go through it on the hardest difficulty, and had Alex come help me a little bit with a few missions because it was just unfun and it was painful and awful. And yeah, but eventually I did just get it. I did get it done. I don't really recommend it. Evil West has a lot of problems and a lot of bugs, and I think that genuinely just really, really hampered the enjoyment I got. The little enjoyment I was getting out of this game got hampered so badly by just the game not being very good and not being very well designed. It was very janky, and yeah, I can't really recommend it to people because of that. There's a certain aspect of jank that I can enjoy in games like Killing Floor 2 and Stalker, but this was just a little too far for me to really say I can recommend it because it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable to a fault, to a degree, but then it's janky and broken to a fault after a while. Next, number 156, I have Need for Speed from 2015. Got this June 25th, 2024. It took me 5 days and 22 hours. I do not have the 100% on this because it's just honestly not fun to do. It sucks. I don't really feel like finishing off. It requires like 20 more levels of grinding and a lot of really difficult fucking races to be completed with really good times, and I just don't have the desire to do it. Maybe someday, but I've had 5 months to do it now, exactly 5 months to do it, and I have not even touched it in those 5 months. So, yeah, it's okay. I've talked about my disdain for the modern Need for Speed games a lot in these videos because I've done so many of them. I've done Rivals, I've done Payback, I've done Heat, I've done this one now. I have Hot Pursuit Remastered, I've done Unbound. You know, I have all of the modern Need for Speed games at this point from 2015 to now. Anything on PS4 and PS5. And genuinely, I've enjoyed like a little bit of Rivals. I enjoyed some of this one, a little bit of Heat and Payback, and God, I hated the entirety of Need for Speed Unbound. I would never touch that game again. If they put DLC out in that game, I would just happily keep that game never 100%ed if it meant I never have to touch it again. But yeah, I don't know. It was okay, but it's nothing to write home about. Modern Need for Speed games all kind of suck, and this was really no different. This is probably the best one, like vehicle wise and the feel of how you race, but story wise, it left a lot to be desired, and overall, the platinum and the 100% just kind of leave a lot to be desired as well. Next, on the 157, we have The Evil Within 2. I got this July 4th, 2024. It took me 6 years and 8 months. I played this a long time ago when it released. I played this on the channel. Did a full playthrough on the channel, which you can go back and watch if you so desire. Did some clips for Evil Within 1 when I first got my PS4 and was kind of just getting used to the share button stuff. I still want to go back and do that one as well. But my big reason for doing The Evil Within 2 is the fact that you could cheese the entirety of the hardest difficulty run. Really all you had to do, there was in-game cheats, basically, that don't void you out of trophies that came with linking your Bethesda account. So I used those to get through the hardest difficulty. I'm not ashamed to admit that. Some of these games have hardest difficulties that are like a fucking punch in the balls. And they stab you over and over again afterwards. And it's just fucking annoying. And I hate it. And I had no desire to do that for 20 fucking hours of gameplay. So I just said, fuck it. I did it the easiest way I possibly could. Now, you can still technically die, even with those on. I think mostly from the enemies that one-shot you. That's really the only way you die, as far as I know. I think I died maybe once or twice. I can't remember for sure. But I did eventually get every trophy. I had a lot of fun going back to this. It's still not great. Like, it's still kind of a very vapid, shallow story. You know, there's not a lot to it. But all in all, I did enjoy the game. I did genuinely enjoy getting the platinum on it and playing it again, because it's been so long, and I still really wish we'd get more Evil Within, but obviously with Tango being kind of shut down by, more or less shut down by Bethesda and ZeniMax, I don't think we're getting more of this anytime soon. Even though it was rumored to be done. Next, for Platinum 158, we have Thrillville on the PS5. I got this July 29th, 2024. It took me 5 hours and 39 minutes. And if you guys go to PSN Profiles to go look at this, I am the first achiever of this Platinum in the entire world. At least by PSN Profiles. At least by PSN Profiles rankings, I am. I'm not 100% sure if I was the first person to get it worldwide on every sort of platform that ranks trophies and things like that. But at least on the trophy site I tend to use the most, I was the first achiever of this game. And yeah, I had a lot of fun playing this. I'm a huge Thrillville fan. I always have been. So when I saw that they added trophy support to the Classics version of it, I said, well, I have to go get the platinum. Like, I can't not get this platinum. And as I was kind of going through some of the trophies, getting some of the earlier ones done, I was checking PSN Profiles, and I'm like, not many other people are trophy hunting this. I'm like, I might have the ability to get first platinum, which is my like second or third opportunity to do that. I haven't had it on a lot of games, but this is one of the ones that I was genuinely like, I'm gonna sit here and grind this game out as much as I can and see if I can get first achiever. And I got it by like 11 minutes or something like that. The guy who got it second on PSN Profiles wasn't like super low, you know, like wasn't like, oh, this was like 7 hours later. It was like 10 minutes or something like that gap between my platinum and his platinum. So I very nearly did lose it, because I did get kind of stuck at a point and was struggling to get some of the stuff done. But I'm proud to say that while I may not have the fastest achieve time on this game, I do have the first achieve on this game, and that makes me very happy to have that, because this game is a lot of fun, and playing it again for the first time in, oh god, a long time, probably since it originally released, sometime around original release, way back in the day, was a lot of fun. Still waiting for Off the Rails to get trophy support, though. Come on. Where the trophy support for Thrillville Off the Rails? Come on. But yeah, highly recommend this game. It's, you know, it shows its age. It's an old game, but it was a lot of fun. Next, for Platinum number 159, I got Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I got this August 10th, 2024. It took me 4 years and 2 months. I did not enjoy this experience. The 100% sucked. The Platinum sucked. The story was okay, but yeah, I don't know. Getting through this game felt like a chore, and this is one of the reasons when I say I'm taking a break from long fucking RPGs this year, this game is why. It genuinely drained me mentally to finish this game. It took forever. The story was okay, but it wasn't great. And the combat, I mean, I like Assassin's Creed enough. And while the RPG games aren't my favorite Assassin's Creed offerings, I genuinely hated this one's. The combat and so much stuff of this game just really mentally exhausted me while I was playing through it. But eventually I got it done. And, I mean, if you really like Assassin's Creed and you really like RPGs, I'd say go for it. But for the most part, I'd just skip on to something else. Next, Platinum, number 160, I got Burly Man at Sea. I got this September 1st, 2024. It took me 2 hours and 35 minutes. This was a game that Mystic Ryan, the person who got me into trophy hunting, did on his first 30 Platinums in 30 Days challenge. And I'd been wanting to play it for a long time after that. You know, that was like 5 years ago now when he did that first video. And I'd wanted to play it and was debating if I should get it and kept forgetting about it. And then there was a sale on PlayStation around this time, like the end of summer sale or something like that, or beginning of fall sale, whatever. And I saw that it was on sale, and I said, okay, it's time. So I picked it up, started playing through it, and had a very fun time doing so. The game is a lot of fun. It's a really cute point-and-click adventure type game. Point and click, is that right? I don't know. I had a lot of fun playing it, and I highly recommend it. It is really simple, pretty short. The hardest part about it is playing through it so many times for all the endings, but the game has like a 3 or 4 minute gameplay loop, so it's pretty short to go through all of them. There's like 16 endings or something like that, or 12 endings, something like that. But because of the fact that the game's loop of time for each playthrough is so short, it goes by really quick. Next, for Platinum number 161, I got SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake. I got this one September 10th, 2024. It took me 20 hours and 49 minutes. This is the follow-up to SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. And if you would have told me that, like, 4 sets of games from my childhood would have been remastered, being Spyro, Tony Hawk, SpongeBob, and Crash Bandicoot, that the one that would keep getting sequels, to the point where it's now gotten 2 more mainline sequels, would be SpongeBob, I would have told you to go fuck yourself. Because genuinely, I cannot believe the fact that SpongeBob has gotten 2 sequels after Battle for Bikini Bottom came out. Tony Hawk has basically had support ended, although the online is working again, so the Platinum is obtainable again, so look out for that one on the list at some point. Crash Bandicoot got a sequel and then a spin-off game, and then also, obviously, the CTR Nitro-fueled remaster. And then Spyro has gotten nothing. How is SpongeBob the one that's still continuing? It's weird, man. But I had a lot of fun playing this. I don't think I enjoyed it as much as Battle for Bikini Bottom, and I've yet to play the Patrick Star game, so I can't say anything on that one. But yeah, this was a pretty enjoyable experience overall. It's a SpongeBob game. They're not that hard. But if I had to really kind of boil it down, I did enjoy the Platinum experience a little bit more from the first game. A lot more than I did from this game. This game's story is a little bit more fleshed out and has a lot more to it. But all in all, it's like 50-50. You could go either way. You could play either SpongeBob game and have a very good time. But I do recommend this one if you really liked Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, because this one does go kind of all over the place. But the problem is it kind of brings multiverse stuff into it, and that's just... I feel like a lot of people are burned out and oversaturated on that lately. Myself included. Next, for Platinum number 162, I got Homefront: The Revolution. I got this September 21st, 2024. It took me 1 week and 1 day. This game is not good. It's not as bad as I had originally thought. A lot of people told me this game was like really terrible and was going to be the worst game I've ever played and things like that. It wasn't awful. It wasn't great. Like, it still sucked. But it didn't crash on me. I only had a few minor bugs throughout. And all in all, it was a pretty fun experience. It was a nice little FPS game. The online stuff wasn't terrible. There's a nice little exploit you can kind of do that I didn't realize was a thing and happened to just get all the online trophies in one go that were needed for leveling up characters. And yeah, it wasn't terrible. I did all the DLC. The game is on sale frequently for like $5 or $3 or some shit like that for the game and all the DLC. So it's kind of a steal to get. All in all, it's not a terrible Platinum experience. The story's kind of meh. DLC stories are pretty good, but genuinely, only do this if you have somebody that you know wants to play it with you, because the online was the one that was what scared me the most. Finding people for online worried me a lot, but I'm very happy to say that I got it. Would not play again, though, at all. Next, Platinum number 163, I got Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Got this September 24th, 2024. It took me 4 years and 6 months. This is the... I should specify. This is the PS2 ported version of San Andreas, not the Definitive Collection Edition, which apparently has been a little bit better. It's now a little bit better with the most recent update. I still don't think I want to play the Definitive Collection at any time soon. But yeah, I had a little bit of fun with this. I don't know. The game doesn't hold up as well as I wished it would. A lot of it is frustrating. The lack of checkpoints and missions, which I think has been addressed in the Definitive Collection. I still wish the PS2 ports of 3 and Vice City were available, because I would love to also play those and get those Platinums and then do the Definitive Collection at some point and actually go through and kind of discuss the things I liked about one over the other type of thing, which I think would be really cool. But Rockstar, assholes. I'll say this, Rockstar, if you really want fans to have you in their good graces again before GTA 6, give us the original ports of Vice City and 3 back and San Andreas back to be available for purchase, so people can actually explore the games between the Definitive Collection and the original and actually get an idea of what they're like between the two, rather than just trying to shell out your greedy bullshit version. But yeah, I mean, Platinum-wise, it wasn't awful. There was a lot that I wished would have been better, but again, like I said, this is a 20-something-year-old game at this point. I wasn't expecting it to be perfect, and I still had a lot of fun with it, though. I did. Yeah, would probably play again, whether it be the Definitive Collection or something else. I don't know yet, though. Excuse me. Next, for Platinum number 164, I do not have the 100% on this game, unfortunately, is No Man's Sky. I got this September 25th, 2024. It took me 3 years and 10 months. Yeah, I love No Man's Sky. I'm a huge fan of space. If you've been on this channel for a long time, you know that. It's part of why my name is Spaced Out Gaming. I do really love space. It is one of my favorite things in the world, along with dinosaurs. Kind of two big things that I love. And sharks. But we're getting off topic. So I wanted to go back and get this Platinum. I intentionally, originally I wanted to do the 100% as well, and there are some kind of easy ways you can exploit that, and I may do the 100% at some point, but right now my main focus was just getting the Platinum and moving on to another game. And yeah, this was a lot of fun. It takes a while, and it takes a lot of like really getting lucky planet-wise for some of the trophies. But at the end of the day, the game is a lot of fun, and it has come a very long way since when it first released in that very broken state. If you like space exploration and survival games, I highly recommend that you guys pick up No Man's Sky. It's free as far as I know. I don't think it was when I got it. I think I had to pay for it when I got it. But I believe now it is free to play. And yeah, genuinely a really fun game to play, and I can't recommend it enough. I think it's gotten to such a great shape from where it was. Next, for Platinum number 165, I got Secret Agent Clank on the PS5. This took me... I got this on the 27th of September 2024. It took me 1 day and 7 minutes. This is another part of the PSP classics that have been getting released on PlayStation 5 and 4 and getting trophy support. And I'm a huge Ratchet and Clank fan. I know the lack of Ratchet and Clank games in my trophy list doesn't really show that, but I'm a huge Ratchet and Clank fan. I always have been. I just haven't gone to do a lot of the games because a lot of them do take a lot of time. But I had a lot of fun time playing this one. I never played Secret Agent Clank before, so when I saw that it was on there, and I was like, I haven't done a Ratchet and Clank game since the 2016 reboot. I should do another one and jump into it and see what it's like. And I had a fantastic time playing through this. It was a lot of fun, and I really recommend it. I think Ratchet and Clank is such an underrated franchise, and Secret Agent Clank is one of those games that probably isn't always noticed by people, but it should be. It's fantastic. It was a really fun time, and I honestly might do the PS4 stack. I haven't decided yet, but still really fun. Next, for Platinum number 166, I got Mortal Kombat 1. I got this September 29th, 2024. It took me 1 year and 2 weeks. Now, some of you may be asking, why the fuck did it take me so long to get this Platinum? 2 reasons. Number 1, because doing the Cameo XP fucking sucks. And number 2, because when I realized how much it sucked to get the Cameo XP fighters max leveled, or the Cameo fighters max leveled, I really didn't want to play this fucking game. It was 100% a bid for WB and NetherRealm Studios to make players keep coming back to the game. And every single season, after the first season, there'd always be, hey, this is the easiest way to get Cameo XP. And then literally the next season, that way would be completely gone. I still played this. I was still playing this through season 1, 2, and 3 when all the exploits were still there. And then all of those exploits would get removed by the next season. So I just stopped fucking playing for a long time. And then eventually I decided, you know what? I need to go back and get Mortal Kombat 1 done. And I did. I went back. I went through, I think, 2 seasons to get the last 3 Cameo fighters I needed done. Basically, that's what I would do. I would just go from the first Mesa to the final Mesa during a season, go through all the fights, including the boss fight, and it basically level up 1 Cameo fighter from the lowest, or from start to finish. And then I did replay a few on the first season when I went back to it, and got some XP for another Cameo fighter. And then basically the next season I just finished that one out. Had a couple mesas still left because it was like a double XP weekend or some shit, or it seemed like it was because the XP was going up faster. Finished the last one, and finally don't have to touch the game again because, frustratingly, they will not be doing DLC or trophies for the DLC. I'm not going to spend $50 more on a game I already spent $110 on to get a few more characters and like 6 more story missions, because I really don't care enough to spend it, because NRS and WB have betrayed so many fans' trust at this point with the way MK11 and MK1 have been done. So, who knows? We'll see what ends up happening when the next game inevitably comes out. But I have zero desire to play the Chaos Reigns storyline stuff because, in my opinion, it's not worth $50. Should have been 10, 15, 20 even. Would have been fine. But $50 fucking dollars, fuck you, WB, and fuck you, NetherRealm. That's bullshit. On to Platinum number 167. This is a VR Platinum. I got Job Simulator on PS4. I got the September 29th, 2024. It took me 2 hours and 18 minutes. Yeah, Dighty. I went into a string of VR games that you're about to see. This was right before I had to leave for Illinois to go to Dalton's wedding, and I wanted to get some games done Not only because I was not really going to have a lot of time to play while I was down there, and I knew that. The days we were at the wedding venue, we didn't play at all, which was 3 days basically. We were there we went Tuesday, and then the wedding was Wednesday, and then Thursday we drove back to his house. So 3 days out of my week-long vacation, I literally didn't get to play video games at all. Which is fine. I didn't go down there for video games. But we did end up playing video games for the rest of the time I was there. As much as we could, at least. And, yeah. This was a lot of fun. I really wanted to jump into some VR games more, because I haven't really used my VR system a whole lot. And, this one was available in the PlayStation catalog, so I said, all right, why not? Why not do this, get it done. I can't remember if I had to buy the DLC or not. I think I had to buy the DLC. Or maybe I bought this one, and then the second game. No, I think the second game is the one I bought. This game I played, because it was I think this game was in the catalog. It doesn't have DLC with it. And then the second game is the one I bought because it had DLC. But yeah, a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. Job Simulator is a very niche title, sort of, so to speak, for VR, but it is a lot of fun, and I do highly recommend it. Moving on to the next game, we have the Playroom VR. I got this one October 1st, 2024. It took me 10 hours and 7 minutes to get this platinum. Again, this is leading up to when I was going on my vacation. This is around the same time, as you guys can see. I did the Playroom. I did this. Just to kind of get it out of the way, because it was really fun. The only one I haven't done, and I actually need to look and see if it's on sale, is Astrobot Rescue Mission. It's the only one up to Astrobot, the current Astrobot game, that I have yet to do. And Astrobot's Rescue Mission is not on sale. So if I do get it, I have to pay full price still. Fuck. Okay. But yeah, so I did Playroom VR. Jesse helped me with this one, getting some of the trophies that did require a second controller. Some of them weren't too hard to do with one person, like the Cowboy Rail Shooter minigame. I did that for the first few times by myself, but eventually I was like, okay, to do Endless, I'm going to need his help. So I had him help me out. Had him help me out with the last few trophies that really required a second controller. And got all that done, though. Was really fun. Highly recommend this game. If you have PlayStation VR, you should play the Playroom VR. It is a lot of fun. And it's in the Astrobot family of games, so they put a lot of effort into it. Team Asobi has made some great games. I still haven't played Astrobot, and like I said, I still have to do Astrobot's Rescue Mission, but I only have two more games out of Team Asobi to do before I'm completely done with all of them, and going to be very depressed because of that. But yeah, a lot of fun. Next, we have Platinum number 169, Vacation Simulator for the PS4. I got this one October 4th, 2024. It took me 4 days and 10 hours. This was done literally the day before I had to leave for vacation. I left the next day. And I had a lot of fun playing this game. It took a lot, as you can see, it took a lot longer than Job Simulator because Vacation Simulator has a lot more that you have to do. And also it has a full DLC, which I did. I don't know if I recommend this one as highly as I recommend Job Simulator. This one, like I said, fleshes it out a lot more, adds a lot more for you to do, adds collectibles, a lot of other things. And I love collectibles in video games, but I think VR game collectibles are the most frustrating fucking thing of all time. Because, genuinely, having to find something that is going to require a guide. And a lot of the minigame things in this game also required guides for me to get done because they were just so fucking confusing. Having things in a game like minigames and collectibles that have to require a guide is frustrating when it's in VR because then you have to take your headset off, look at the guide, put your headset back on, do what the guide told you, headset off, look at the guide a few more times, over and over and over again. Now it's fine if you have somebody that can really well explain the guide to you and explain what you need to do. But if you don't have that, if you're doing this solo, which I was, because this was at fucking 3 a.m, so Jesse was asleep, it sucks. Genuinely, it does. But I got it done. It's fun, but I got so burnt out playing this game. And since then, haven't touched my VR again because I've just needed a break from it for good reason. I did 3 VR games back to back to back. I was like, I'm taking a break for a little bit. Next, for Platinum number 170, I got Gravel. Got this one October 11th, 2024. It took me 5 days and 2 hours. This was like the Thursday after his wedding. I played a little bit before his wedding to try to get it done, like the day before we were leaving for his wedding. Unfortunately, I couldn't finish it. And then when we got back, I got set up, and that night I finished it because I was almost done. I only had like 5 or 6 more levels to grind out for my character level. So did that, got it done, and eventually when I got back, helped somebody else. There was the person who helped me grind the online trophies needed help with a couple missions because they were really struggling to get them done. So I helped them get that done through SharePlay. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Small little racing game, off-road racing game, and it was a lot of fun to play. I really did enjoy it. It's on sale a lot. It seems like it was pretty cheap for me to get the game and all the DLC. I think it was like $5 or something like that. That's what happens. I get a lot of stuff on sale when it kind of interests me, and then I'll play it at some point. It happened with this and with Homefront. But yeah, this was a lot of fun to play through. I actually just saw that one of the other people in my big Discord group that is full of trophy hunters got this game too recently, which was really cool. But yeah, had a lot of fun playing it, and I highly recommend this if you like racing games. Next, for Platinum number 171, I got Moving Out. This was done October 18th, 2024. 2 days and 21 hours is what it took me. This was like right when I got home from vacation, basically, because I went down there like the 8th, I think. Something like that. So yeah, this was a little bit after my vacation ended. This game was on PS Plus through the classics through the catalog, and I'd been wanting to play it for a while. So I said, yeah, fuck it, why not? And I was really enjoying it. I bought the DLC, did the DLC as well. Highly recommend it. It's a cute little game about packing stuff up and trying to like get it into the moving trucks. The story is really weird. Did not go where I thought it was going to go. But I did have a lot of fun playing it. I really want to play Moving Out 2, but as of right now, that is unfortunately not on the catalog anymore. It got removed from the PlayStation Plus catalog, which is actually what made me want to play Moving Out 1, because I think it was like a week or 2 away from being removed from the catalog. So I was like, I'm going to play this now before it's taken off. Didn't make the mistake I made with Chia. Got it done. Next, for Platinum 172, I got Guacamelee 2. I got this November 7th, 2024. It took me 2 weeks and 4 days. Hi, baby. I also got the DLC for this, 100%ed it. It was on sale. I loved the first game and really wanted to play the second game, but either it was never on sale enough, or for the longest time, I didn't even know it existed. And then I finally saw it on sale and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this really quick. I'm going to go through this game. Had a lot of fun playing it. Just like the first game, you have to play through the game twice. Once to unlock hard difficulty, which is where I did all my collectibles and all my power-ups and everything like that. And then a second time on the hard difficulty. Or you can just cheat and unlock hard from the menu. I didn't do that though. I like the actual experience of playing it. I love the games enough to do it. So if you like side-scrolling beat-em-up type games, go for it. It's a lot of fun. Or not side-scroll, fucking 2D games. 2D beat-em-up games. It's a lot of fun. I loved it. Had a fun time with it. Don't think we're getting another Guacamelee, which is unfortunate. But, yeah. I enjoyed playing through it. And, I wouldn't hate playing through another Guacamelee game if they decide to give us another one. Next, for Platinum number 173, I got MLB The Show 22. I got this November 10th, 2024. It took a year and 9 months. Now, when I say I got this, I actually mean for the first time in the entirety of my trophy hunting experience, I actually got myself an MLB Platinum. Now, I did 1 or 2 trophies for this game when we first got it, when Jesse and I first got it. Jesse did everything else up to like the last 5 or 6 trophies. And then this game has a notorious glitch for the dynamic difficulty not working properly. And eventually I found a fix, something that was supposed to fix it. Basically just said completely wipe your save data and start over again. And I did that. Both of my dynamic difficulty for pitching and hitting completely reset. Was able to get those trophies out of the way. Went through, got the other remaining miscellaneous trophies out of the way. And was finally able to get this platinum out of the way. I also have MLB The Show 24 that I'm working on and MLB The Show 23 that I'm working on. So hopefully soon, those two will also be added to my list, probably within the next couple days, honestly. MLB The Show 23, I'm almost done with. I have like 3 more trophies, and MLB The Show 24, I have 1 more trophy. It just requires me to play through like 15 more games of baseball. But yeah, really excited to be doing these myself now. Not saying Jesse didn't want to. It was more just he was burnt out from the glitch in this game. And 24, I already started playing because I wasn't intending to fully trophy hunt it. It was just kind of like I wanted to play it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm almost done with this, but I don't want to do it out of order. So I got 23 first just to make sure I can get that done. Which I spent like $10 to get that from GameStop or something like that, or $20, something like that. So it was pretty cheap. But yeah, I had a lot of fun playing it, and proud to say that I've actually gotten a platinum on MLB by myself. Or, well, not by myself, but of my own doing. Next, platinum number 174 was Real Farm on the PS4. I got this November 25th, so today, 2024. It took me 5 years and 5 months. Fuck this game. I do not recommend it. This sucks. If you want to play like a farming simulation game, just go play Farming Simulator. It's going to be more enjoyable. This game has a very known bug where if your frames drop too fast or something like that, or really drop at all, your game tends to crash and it corrupts your save data. I had that issue where it crashed exponentially and was like, I'm probably never going to get the platinum on this game because there's jobs that just wouldn't be done. The problem was, if you did plowing, cultivating, or harvesting, so anything that required actually removing a crop from a field, the game would just crash instantly on the American map. Now, the issue was plowing and cultivating, normally the field's supposed to be empty, so the fact that you were getting it on full fields rather than a harvesting job was already a problem. However, as I was looking things up, trying to find stuff, basically, I was like, okay, I'm going to see if I can find a way to get around this and see if maybe there's a fix for it, because the studio has not fixed this. This has been an issue for 3 years. They released a PS5 version of this game 3 years ago. This issue has existed since that version released. And I was looking it up and found out that apparently the European farm has less issues with this crash issue, doesn't drop frames as much, and should theoretically make it possible to get every trophy done. So I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to quickly go through, get every other trophy that doesn't require me doing jobs. So I did an exploit that gets you cash really fast, so I get to $1 million and get the farm and everything like that. Bought all the equipment and vehicles I needed for those trophies. Bought all the fields, and then had 10 workers working on fields at the same time for that trophy. And then I switched to free roam on the European farm and did 100 jobs, which was a fucking mind-numbingly painful grind, and I hated it. But I now have this platinum done, but I don't recommend it. Not only is it not fun, because it's not, it's also just infuriatingly annoying to play through because of that issue. Again, worrying about your frames dropping, which I did have my frames start dropping on the European farm one single time while harvesting, and had to quit out of the game completely. Not like through the menu, you just straight up close the game and go back to dashboard to avoid potentially corrupting your saves. And finished it, and that was the game when I said I was looking on my cloud storage to remove it because I'm never going to play it again. That was the game I was looking for because I'm genuinely never going to fucking touch Real Farm again. It's $10 right now on sale for the PS5 upgrade. It's $20 normally for the PS5 upgrade, and I do not intend to play it because fuck that game. And finally, number 175, this is the Autopop, Hitman 3 for the PS5. I also got that one today. The Autopop took 5 minutes and 38 seconds, which technically, yes, this is now unfortunately my fastest platinum. I don't like it. Donut County, in my opinion, is still my fastest platinum as of right now. Just saying. In my opinion, it is still my fastest platinum because I'm looking at the actual time to complete the game, not my Autopop. And originally, when I did Hitman 3 on the PS4, my voice cracked, holy shit. I'm losing my voice. When I had Hitman 3 on the PS4, it took me 3 years and 2 weeks. Yeah, I didn't intend for this to auto-pop completely. I was under the assumption, because of especially how long it took to auto-pop, I was under the assumption that potentially it wouldn't 100% auto-pop. It would auto-pop like half of the things, and then some of it I'd have to go back and redo, which is what I was planning on doing, was going through after the auto-pop, or whatever auto-pops, whatever, and just going back and doing that, separately at a later time. Is this not in this notebook? I have too many notebooks, if you guys haven't noticed. But unfortunately, it did auto-pop 100% of the game, and while that sucked, I think I'm kind of happy that it auto-popped the whole game, because I didn't have to play more of Hitman 3. Not that Hitman 3 is a bad game, per se, but because I really just did not want to play more of it. It genuinely was frustrating. Where the fuck? Hold up. I'm trying to find something. Don't remember which notebook. I swear it's in this one or my red one, and I didn't see it in that one. Give me 1 sec. Okay, it was in this notebook. I just couldn't find it. So, I also, last year, when we were talking about my favorite and least favorite platinums of the year, I did mention how many platinums I got that year. Very high number. So, this year, I'm, again, going to be doing a 10 favorite and 10 least favorite once 2024 wraps up, and I've gotten my full count of what I've done for this year. However, I wanted to go back and look in my entire platinum journey, how many platinum trophies I got by year. Now, I will say, I didn't really start fully trophy hunting until like 2019, 2020-ish, kind of going into 2021 when obviously COVID kind of kept everyone inside. However, that didn't stop me from wanting to look back and see how many from the time I got my very first platinum to now, where I've been for trophies. So, here we go. This is not always going to be a part of this. This will only be updated every so often, obviously, because obviously I'm not going to be able to do like, this is how many I got this year, because I don't know my entire number on this right now for this current year. I'm just trying to get caught up, and thought, it'd be fun to kind of go over the journey a little bit. So, in 2015, I popped one singular platinum trophy, which was Minecraft. It was my first ever platinum. Wasn't a trophy hunter at this time, so it was kind of cool to get a platinum, but I didn't really care all that much. I was like, okay, cool, whatever, So, that was my first ever platinum. 2017, because I didn't get any in 2016, surprisingly, I got 2 whole platinums. I believe this was... Hold up. We can actually go through it. Yes, these were Skyrim and Telltale's Tales from the Borderlands game. 2018, I got 2. I believe these were the Batman Telltale games. 2019, I also got 2, which were Spider-Man and the first time Jesse ever got me a platinum being MLB The Show that year. 2020, I got 3 platinums, being Rocket League, MLB The Show 19, and God of War from 2018. And then this is the point where I'm not going to go over how many platinums I've got, or what platinums they were, because it's actually big numbers now. 2021, I got 14 platinums. This was kind of, 2020 and 2021 were kind of the first years I was really trophy hunting, where I was putting a lot of focus on getting trophies. And 2020 was kind of the year where 2019 and 2020 was when I started and was like starting to get trophies here and there. And then 2021 is when all those games that I had gotten some trophies in, I started just going through and trying to finish, or starting really kind of quick fun games that I really wanted to play, that I wanted to platinum. 2022, we had a massive jump up, and that was 44 platinums. This was because for pretty much all of June to like October-ish, I was unemployed. So I had a lot of free time around then. I was washing cars for my uncle here and there to get some money. But for the most part, I was unemployed and had a lot of free time. Was spending a lot of time at home. And same with 2020. It was why I was trophy hunting a lot in 2020 and just kind of playing games. 2020 doesn't have the platinums to show for that. But
the time of playing games was 2020. I played a lot of different games. But yeah, 2022 took off. I was working a very busy job where I was getting paid very well, so I could buy games whenever I really wanted to. And genuinely was just at a point where playing games for trophies was a lot of fun for me, and it was kind of starting to get to that point where I really enjoyed trophy hunting more than just playing games. Now, granted, I still enjoy playing games just on their own, but I really love trophy hunting as well. And then last year, we got 58 platinums, which is insane. Another big jump up. I think right now, after those most recent 2, I'm at like 49. So I'm only like 9 behind what I did last year. I am trying my best to see if I can beat what I did last year, but I also know I may not. But I do think I want to put a challenge on myself after the end of this year. But I'll talk about that at a later date. But I hope you guys you guys enjoyed. I will see you all in the next video. Stay golden. Peace.